Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of 1990's Represent. We're still in 1990, so this is going to conclude the first cycle for 1990. We're ending it with Super Mario Brothers 3, one of the greatest video games of all time, one of the greatest NES games of all time. I kind of rank it right up there with the original Legend of Zelda. Those two kind of occupy like my number one and number two spot. Sometimes they kind of switch up a little bit. But Mario 3 and The Legend of Zelda, definitely my favorite NES games ever. Have some notes here about Super Mario Brothers 3, and then we're also going to do some gameplay as well. So let's get our notes open here. So Super Mario Brothers 3, first released February 12th, 1990. That's in the United States. I think it was like 1989 in Japan. But many of us, at least the American players, got our first glimpse of this game in, if you saw the movie The Wizard, the basically Nintendo kind of product placement movie. They showcased Super Mario 3 in that, as well as like the Power Glove. It was basically just one big Nintendo commercial. It's more memed now than anything else. I've only seen it like once, but I'm familiar with it based off like the whole joke about the Power Glove being so bad and stuff like that. But ended that movie, there's like basically a video game competition, and the final like round in that video game competition is them playing Mario 3. So it was a way to show some of the gameplay off, and I think the movie came out like in 1989, and then in 1990 we got the full game. So again, released February 12th, 1990. Let's see, like I mentioned earlier, one of the greatest video games of all time. It's was incredibly commercially successful as well as like critically acclaimed. It just has incredible reviews going back when it came out. And I think just like also people like going back and looking at older games, just recognizing how kind of impactful this game was and how amazing it was. You got some new power ups in this game, like most notably like the leaf, which gives you the raccoon ability and the ability to fly. You have the Tanuki suit. You have the hammer suit, the frog suit. Just new cool like power ups, as well as the power ups that you've come to know for the other Mario games, like the mushroom and the fire flower, stuff like that. We got power ups. There's new enemies that basically became kind of staples in the Mario games, like going forward. Like Boo being one of them, the ghost that won't actually move towards you unless you turn away from it. I always love Boo. Boo is really fun. You also got Dry Bones. You got the Koopalings. They make their first debut in this game, and they've kind of been included in other Mario games kind of ever since. Like going forward, you have like the Koopa kids, if you want to call them that, showing up in other games. Apparently, the game initially was designed with an isometric view. I guess this made timing the jumps very difficult, so then they went with the kind of classic 2D view. However, I guess some of the isometric stuff still kind of existed in the title screen. So the title screen has like the tilted floor, and like I guess that was like the leftover stuff of the isometric kind of view that they initially wanted to try with this game. But making jumping in isometric view apparently was just the timing was weird. So then they went back to your classic just 2D view. Shigeru Miyamoto said that the game was conceived to be presented in a stage play, and I never really thought of this until like I was doing my research for this episode, where basically you set the stage. Each level is a stage, like a theater stage, and when and Miyamoto said basically when Mario gets to the end of the stage or the end of the level, whatever you want to call it, he's actually walking off the stage. Because usually you have like the level, and then it kind of cuts to that black area where you jump and you hit the square to get one of the power ups. If you get the 3 stars, you get like 5 1-ups and so on. But that was really interesting to me because I guess like the whole intro of the game, you actually have like a stage curtain like rising up, and you have the floor of the stage. Like I mentioned earlier, the isometric viewpoint kind of comes from that intro. But just super interesting that that's kind of like the theme they were going for with this game was basically a stage play, and each different level is like a different set on the stage and so on. Alright, that is going to do it for just the introduction. We're now going to jump into some Super Mario Bros. 3 gameplay, and we'll be right back with that portion of the video. Alright, and we're back with our gameplay now. We've got Mario 3 loaded up here. Here is the kind of stage, like you got the curtain up top there, and then you've got the kind of like the leftover isometric floor there. There was also some creative decision used to basically have the intro be silent, which I think is interesting. But we're gonna go ahead. We're just gonna jump into our gameplay. I like that in the back of the 3, you actually have like the raccoon tail there. So let's just start a one-player game. And I absolutely love this music. This game also kind of introduced the overworld view to other Mario games, like Super Mario World uses like an overhead view or overworld view as well. And I like that this game isn't exactly linear, so you can go from level 2 all the way down. You don't have to do level 3 or level 4. So the map is a little more open to kind of, you can play it however you want. Let's fly with Mario here. Oh. Almost lost that one up there. Oh, almost got hit. Here's the edge of the kind of the stage, basically. So this is Mario essentially walking off the stage. Let's see if I can do this, because I know if you hit the little thing at the end of the level at the right angle, I think it's got to be like a 45-degree angle, you get a star every time. You want the star because you get 5 1-ups with it. Ah, I missed it. So I got the mushroom, but... So basically every 3 levels you get at least a 1-up. This game also introduces a slide, so there's that. And you might notice some weird screen issues toward the right side of the screen. That was not present if you played the game on like a CRT monitor or like an original TV. But now it's a little more present with that kind of current aspect ratios and flat screens. Get a bunch of coins in here. So there's the star. I hit it at the correct angle, but since I didn't get a star on the previous level, I won't get the 5 1-ups. So you can do level 3. It's not required. You can go to the match house. Match house is fun. So I was never really good at this part of it. And I've already messed up, so there's that. But But level 3, you probably want to do because you can get the warp whistle in level 3, so... You can actually get, I think, both warp whistles in this first world here. So that drops you out over here, but I think it's the white block. So drop here, hold down. So the white one, yeah, you drop it behind the screen, basically. And that takes you here to get the warp whistle. I'm probably going to play through the entire first world for this video, so I'm not going to use the whistle, but... At the item house now. So another leaf. And I think the other warp whistle's in here. Let's see. This is where we first meet Dry Bones. I think I messed up, and I think I need the... Unless... There's the leaf, alright. So yeah, you gotta fly, I think above. There we go. That's the second warp whistle. So now, if I really wanted to, I could use both of those warp whistles and get all the way to level 8. I like this level because you do this awesome slide. There we go. Got that classic underworld music, whatever you want to call it. You can do that, a little hop there. Can you do it here? Nope, doesn't really work there, but... Alright, so we'll get at least one up here. Got the one up. And I remember reading in my research for this that they purposely made the game early very, very easy and challenging later because they wanted to appeal to a wider audience. Let's go to the middle one this time. Fire Flower. Because Mario 2, the original Mario 2, never was released in America until the Super Mario All-Stars, because Mario 2 apparently was too difficult, the original Mario 2, too difficult for American audiences, so that's when they bought the rights to, I think it's Doki Doki Panic, and converted that to what we got as Mario 2, and then they made Mario 3 easier. So we're gonna have to deal with this Hammer Brother here. Alright, get rid of him. There's a star. Alright, now we have our first airship battle. And these serve as like the boss levels for each world. And this is where you deal with the Koopalings. Yep, just got hit there. I don't want to get hit because I remember I think the Fire Flower makes this boss fight super easy. So you just gotta... Oh, got hit. I think that's it, right? Yep. Jump up, grab it. I always love doing that, just jumping up and grabbing the wand before it lands. Alright, here we go, and then the king will be back to normal. Which is interesting, he's back to normal before you even give him the wand, but whatever. Yeah, there's the P-Wing, you get that. World 2 is the desert world. And I love that this level, I think, introduces the Goomba pile drivers. For some reason, I think they're shaded differently, so we're kind of easier to notice. But literally, it's a little tiny Goomba that pushes a block forward. It's that one on top right there. That's the pile driver, yeah. It's a slightly different shade of color. Another pile driver. Oh, I got hit by it, actually. Oh, got hit. Alright, okay. I tempted fate there, but I knew that was going to bounce back, but... I've never been good at these ones. Basically, it's a memory game. Fire flower, coins. I think you get 2 attempts, but that's probably going to do it for this video. then again, this is our first cycle of 1990. Next episode, coming out in a few days, will be an episode featuring something from 1991. We'll be doing, again, an album, a movie, and a video game from that year. Once we do that, we'll go into 1992 and so on until we get to all the way through 1999. And then we'll cycle back to the beginning with 1990 again. But, again, that's going to do it for now. Thanks again for watching. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Have a good one. See ya.